Disney has released over 200 kid-friendly, family-fun movies. However, they may not be as innocent as they seem. Turns out even Disney movies can't escape the darkness and have some pretty terrifying theories. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay and today I'm bringing you the top 10 Scary Zootopia Theories. So, Zootopia. This movie does have a deeper underlying message to it already. It tackles issues like stereotypes and discrimination. Basically, the movie is about the city named Zootopia, where predators and prey live together harmoniously. Judy is the first ever bunny to work as a police officer. Working alongside the sly fox Nick Wilde, their job is to solve a huge mystery. Quick little warning, there are going to be spoilers ahead. Starting off this countdown, we have the Great Purge. Ever wonder why there are no humans in Zootopia? Or any other domesticated animals like dogs or cats? Well, there's a theory that suggests that Zootopia takes place in the future after these evolved forms of animals have overthrown humanity. The species evolved to the point that they could talk and walk just like humans. However, after thousands of years of being treated poorly by humans, they snapped and there was just a huge uprising. As a result, the animals won and the human race perished. Now, what about the pets like dogs and cats? Well, those animals remained loyal to us and fought by our side. But unfortunately, the animals ended up wiping out those species as well. There are also no primates shown in the movie. Well, that's because they resemble humans a little too much, and so they decided to wipe them out as well. Now, I am well aware that there is a corgi present in the UK version of the film. Turns out that corgi was a traitor and helped lead the forces to destroy humanity. Making our way down the list at number 9, we have the animal-human hybrids. This theory changes the game a little bit and suggests that humans were the reason why humanity got wiped out. So humans started experimenting with animals by putting human DNA into them to see what would happen. As a result, animals were being formed with some human traits like bipedalism, speech, opposable thumbs, and higher cognitive abilities. If you see the animals in Zootopia, they can talk, they wear clothes, and they have fingers instead of paws. The best piece of evidence to support this is the fact that they can walk upright. For example, if you take an animal that walks on all fours and make them walk upright, they would still have a bend in their legs. In the movie, they look like they just walk perfectly fine, like humans. Then this theory ties with the previously mentioned one, but takes a little bit of a twist. So these new hybrid animals saw just how poorly humans were treating their wild counterparts, and they were disgusted by it. With their new abilities, they plotted the scheme to revolt against humanity and kill them off. Then they targeted pets and cats that had a luxury life living with the humans. And then they targeted the primates so that they don't evolve into humans. In our 8th spot, we have the predator's meals. Alright, there are some predators that can't survive without meat. And as we have seen by Alex the lion in Madagascar, animals can get pretty crazy if they go a long period of time without meat. But in Zootopia, predators can't eat their prey. So, what do they eat? Well, it's theorized that the government has a secret food manufacturing plant just for the predators. In these facilities are the cats, dogs, primates, and other animals that aren't present in the film. These animals are constantly being bred underground and then killed for the predators. That is what they keep eating. However, to keep the prey calm, they don't know about this underground food facility. They are convinced that they are just living off of bugs and fish. Well, in one scene, we see a sign announcing a fish market, so we know that there are fish that they actually eat. The government started this facility after they learned that predators couldn't get rid of their itch for meat. So, there you go. That could be a reason why certain animals just aren't shown in the movie. They're someone's meal. Moving on at number 7, we have mass extinction. So, this is another theory surrounding the absence of humans in the film. People were convinced that a pandemic wiped out all of humanity, but it didn't affect the animals. Instead, it caused them to mutate, and over the years they evolved into species with human characteristics. In their new forms, they needed a new lifestyle. Well, they ended up building their civilization based on the remains of ours. Then they decided to use our previous societal structures as their own, like having a government and police officers, etc. So basically, humans went extinct, and then the animals were all like, let's forget about our old ways. I'm tired of sleeping outside. Let's copy the humans and get a cozy bed and wear some stylish clothes. Moving on to number 6, we have the violent world. Ever wonder what Zootopia was like before the animals lived harmoniously together? Well, people theorize it was a crazy world with tons of bloodshed and violence. At the beginning of the movie, we see young Judy explaining that Zootopia was the place where all animals came together for the first time to live in harmony. Meaning that before that, their society was filled with constant violence and animals just constantly attacking each other. Judy even says that bloodlust and treachery were the forces that ruled their world. It must have gotten so bad that they desperately needed a solution to protect themselves. Zootopia was one of the attempts at this that actually worked. Then other towns like Bunnyborough are slowly adapting to this way as well. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the lab experiments. Basically, this theory suggests that Zootopia takes place in a lab. In this lab, humans are studying genetically modified animals. It is said that they took species from all over the world and mutated them to see if they could ever live together in peace. They are then observing their behaviors and patterns. Then, every so often, they introduce a new challenge for them to overcome. Like the whole night howlers drug issue that caused some animals to turn aggressive. So let's look at the facts. The whole city is climate controlled, meaning that it can fit the needs of different animals that lived in different environments. In this movie, you can see elephants and sloths, lions, polar bears, snow leopards, and more animals from different locations all around the world living together. How on earth did they all come together from different places to this one specific place? And how can they all live in the same climate? 3 words. It's a lab. And now let's take a look at the name of the place itself. Zootopia. Zoos are where animals are held in captivity on display for the public for study or amusement, just like the scientists are doing. And I mean, I doubt the animals like being contained in zoos. So why would they name their own town after them? Unless it was created by scientists. Boom. Next up at number 4, we have the taming party. Okay, don't be fooled. Just because it has the word party in it does not mean it's a happy celebration. In fact, it's quite the opposite. When Zootopia was released on Blu-ray and DVD, fans were horrified when they watched the deleted scene titled The Taming Party. Basically, this scene showed a bear coming of age and receiving a shock collar as a gift. It is then implied that shock collars is what keeps the predators tame. Basically, whenever the predators are overexpressing themselves, even if they're just being too excited, then they'll get a shock. Whew, Disney, that's pretty dark. But it was actually removed from the film, meaning that this concept no longer applies to the film. However, it didn't stop fans from making theories surrounding it. So here's one theory. In order to try and make peace between the predators and prey, the government came up with the shock collars. Basically, they began by kidnapping young predators like bears and tigers and forced them to live in Zootopia with the collars. As they got older and had kids of their own, they continued to keep the tradition going with the collars. If they didn't, then they would have been killed. Then Zootopia was populated with both predators and prey. From the success of the experiments, the concept spread to other cities. During this deleted scene, you can hear the animals say, "With this collar, Zootopia welcomes me. With this collar, Zootopia celebrates me. And with this collar, Zootopia accepts me." Basically, you're only accepted into Zootopia if you wear the taming collar and are well behaved. Moving on, in our 3rd spot, we have the dead corpses. So this is another theory surrounding what the predator animals eat. This time, it's way more dark and disturbing. This theory suggests that the carnivorous animals in Zootopia eat human corpses. Whew! Yikes. So if the species did evolve after the mass extinction of humans, then there would be an awful lot of dead bodies lying around for them to clean up. Instead of burying the dead, they ended up creating a facility that basically grinds up the bodies into meals for the predator animals, the ones that eat meat. That way, they are still getting their meat, but they aren't attacking the prey. It's really disturbing if you think about it. Coming in at our 2nd spot, we have the killing spree. So in the film, we see that the night howler flowers are capable of turning the predator animals aggressive and violent. Well, what happens if humans were exposed to this flower? what effects would it have on us? Well, it is said that humans did become exposed to the flower and went on a killing spree. They ended up turning mad and went on a rampage, killing their own. As a result of the exposure to the flower, it killed off the whole human species, leaving only the animals left to rule the world. And in our number 1 spot, we have the drug conspiracy theory. Towards the end of the movie, it is revealed, spoiler alert, that the assistant mayor, a white sheep, has been an evil mastermind all along. She has been infecting animal predators with a serum called night howlers, which makes them regain their predator instincts and become violent again. Well, people claim that this plot is very similar to the 1980s drug epidemic in America. Basically, there's a conspiracy saying that the CIA intentionally introduced cocaine into minority groups in order to destroy them and have people fear them and turn against them. In the movie Zootopia, the predators are the minority. She introduces the drug into their groups, and she used the predators' pre-existing stereotypes to try and get the population to turn against them. Yeah, that's a pretty eerie connection. And that's it for today's video. Let's move on to the comment shout-out portion. I'll be shouting out comments from my video, Top 10 Vaccines That Saved Humanity. Shane the Shane commented, I'm starting to think the entire Top 10 team are SCPs chilling, filming from the Foundation, LOL. They're on to us. Landon, they're on to us. Unless. Lone She-Wolf commented, I love her laugh. It's reassuring somehow. I enjoy the bloopers. Thank you so much. Often people make fun of my crazy laugh, but thank you so much. And I'm glad that I can make you laugh and just embarrass myself through the bloopers. There's always a lot of them. Wonder Woman commented, that is all I have to say. Guys, Wonder Woman commented she's watching my videos. Wow, a superhero. Just kidding, but that's all I have to say. And that's it for my comment shout out today. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next video. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see you. Oh my god, I'm always breaking the damn teleprompter.